So the other, major trade this week anyway was, Davante Adams. The Green Bay Packers. I guess what I understand is they franchise tagged him and then they traded him, so they weren't going to.
What I heard now, again, I don't know exactly. I was listening to or watching Undisputed, and they were actually sort of, I don't know, not breaking news, but anyway, what they're saying was the Packers franchised him, and then it was a non-exclusive franchise tag. So then the Raiders came in and they made an offer. And I guess from what I understood, what they were saying was that the offer was like the Packers offer was the Packers countered or something, and it was better. But Davante Adams wanted to go to the Raiders, and they let him go. So, and that to me, that's like, well, did Davante Adams want to go to the Raiders? Was he tired of Aaron Rodgers bullshit? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and the other thing was, I think Green Bay, like he would have gotten he had a similar contract offer from Green Bay. Maybe It wasn't more money, but maybe it was pretty much the same. And so, there's going to be a whole lot of stories coming out in everybody's opinion this week about
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to be blamed for this at some point, I guarantee, by some people. I think Stephen A. Smith already did. And so I think that, this is going to be wow. Like
Packers, that's a problem because they don't have like a really, look, you still have Aaron Rodgers. They'll still be a good team, right. But you're not going to have, you don't have a real number one receiver. Maybe they draft somebody. Receivers, you seem to be able to find them in the draft a lot, but
yeah, I don't know what Green Bay's plan is here. I was, up to the point before, they drafted Jordan Love and pulled that whole thing. I thought Green Bay is pretty well run, but this is a problem. They really don't have any good receivers. They have some good running backs. They have a good offensive line. Their defense is solid. So
look, let's be honest here. They had a Super Bowl, basically like a 3-year Super Bowl window. They made the NFC Championship game 2 years in a row. The first time against San Francisco, the 49ers were better. The second time, they should have beaten Tampa.
Yep.
And then this past year, they should have at least made the NFC Championship game, and they didn't. So they had things set up, and that's kind of, you go through cycles. So they had a Super Bowl window. I think things are going to kind of come down a little bit for maybe the next couple of years. They're going to have to make a free agent move, or they're going to have to draft some people and have some people develop whatever until they get back. But, by that point, Aaron Rodgers will be, close to the end of his contract. So, yeah, I guess they're going to have a lull here. But, yeah, the Jordan Love thing, it's kind of like they drafted him and they obviously don't think that he's ready to play. And this has been 2 years of him being on the bench. So, is he going to be ready to go or not? Because otherwise you just wasted a draft pick.
Yeah, they gave up draft picks to get up into the first round to draft him. And it's kind of, and then they're giving Aaron Rodgers a huge contract. So yeah, I don't know how this works for Green Bay. I guess I get what the Raiders are doing. They're taking a big swing here.
Yeah, so I was reading, Bill Barnwell had a article on this on ESPN.com, and he talked about, he did a really good job. Davante Adams is 29. Okay, he's played one full season where he hasn't gotten injured. Okay. He's also 29, which to me means, well, he already had a history of injuries. He could keep getting hurt. Julio Jones, for example. Julio Jones is, I think, a future Hall of Famer. Okay. He's a shell of his former self right now. Okay. The Titans bring him in. They're thinking, oh, we got Julio Jones. He's okay. He's had a bunch of injuries. He's had a Hall of Fame career up to this point. I think he's going to end up in the Hall of Fame, but it's just, you get older, you break down, and so if Davante Adams doesn't stay healthy, that sort of puts the kibosh on everything, and they're paying him a ton of money. So maybe the first year it's really good, but if he gets injuries or his production declines, then you're going to be massively overpaying for him. And what we've seen this in the NFL, the NBA, whatever. If you overpay on a contract for multiple years, you're in trouble. Okay. And the Raiders could end up being in that position. So,
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to find out if Josh McDaniels is a really good coach because
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's what this is going to come down to because they're going to need expert level coaching because
Well, the other thing is when you take a big swing like this, are you taking a big swing to turn into a Super Bowl contender? Because I don't think that we think this makes them a Super Bowl contender.
Right.
So, like if this doesn't, I mean, if he starts getting hurt and he's not getting the same production, then you kind of massively overpaid. So
there's also a scenario where this works. I mean, they got
absolutely.
Davante Adams.
Say he's a really talented receiver. Maybe this is the first half of like a Hall of Fame career. Who knows? But I'm just
right. Yeah, I mean they have him. They have Hunter Renfro. They have Darren Waller. Like they have some skill position stuff on offense that could be pretty special. So
right.
yeah. So the